Making the Second Ghetto by Arnold Hirsch. In Making the Second Ghetto, Arnold Hirsch argues that during the post-Depression years, Chicago played a huge part in developing concepts and strategies for housing segregation. This book provides an answer to the question, what is the Second Ghetto? Arnold believes that the Second Ghetto, which lasted from 1933 to 1968, was significant because of government involvement. The government funded the operation of high-rise public housing in Chicago, which was racially segregated at the time. Chicago was and still is one of the most segregated cities within the United States. The racial division began in the 19th century, when Southern blacks migrated to northern areas which were considered more developed. The Supreme Court ruled against racial segregation in housing, but convenience and contracts were still placed on residents of white neighborhoods to restrict and maximize the freedom of black individuals. This statewide segregation forced black individuals to live in poor neighborhoods where they still experienced racial discrimination. White neighborhoods went out of their way to segregate and discriminate against black individuals. At that point, black individuals had no choice but to turn to violence, which led to rioting and racial lynching. The city of Chicago tried multiple things to prevent desegregation, but its black population was growing at a rapid speed, so instead of destroying the ghetto, they grew and reinforced it. Making the Second Ghetto thesis focuses on how the government functions and makes decisions. Its main focus is the location of public housing and how the urban culture triggers the racial transitions of white neighborhoods. Arnold Hirsch concentrates on African Americans in Chicago who reside in these second ghettos. The first few sentences within this book give me chills as I read it. All I can think about is what would I do if I was there during those times. I think about how grateful I am to be a part of a much more racially accepted generation. I feel so terrible for the individuals who lost their lives during that time. I honor Arnold Hirsch for discussing these issues and sharing his thoughts and experience with the world.